This is the section that's the oldest, so it's been growing the longest. We have spinach, and it looks like these potatoes might be growing. Can't say for sure. I mean, I'm at least able to pull out the mugwort that's in here and any of the pokeweed or Japanese knotwood. Not certain what that is until I see it full grown. But you can definitely see the beans are coming up along the back, and so are the peas here in the front. Those are doing great. These are microgreens. They look like they're getting ready, almost ready. More lettuces. Let's go further downfield here. My mini field. These are more spinaches, Swiss chards, microgreens. I feel like this needs thinned for sure. Gotta come in here a little bit. Shake the debris off and pull out any little weeds that don't belong. Because as helpful as they are for the soil, I don't want them getting in the way of food production.
This section of the garden is prepared in a different way from the other sections. Here I'm removing the cardboard that had been laid down to keep the weeds from growing until I was ready to plant in the soil. Next, I remove large weeds and sticks, trying to get down to bare soil. Here you can see some of the worms that I found. The ground is really healthy, having plenty of worms, insects, and grubs. All of the sticks and long roots I'm pulling in this section are from an old grapevine. While it seems like pulling up all the roots and cutting it back, I may have killed this plant, I assure you it is still alive and sending more roots and shoots. It overgrows the backyard each year, even after cutting it to a stump. The best part about pulling up the roots in this way is that it tilled the soil for me. Now I'm getting the last bit of debris off the ground, seeing if there's any other weed roots still remaining in the soil. All of the debris from this section of the garden was placed into the compost bin. And here I found a fat white grub. In this final section in the garden, I planted corn along the back fence line. Brussels sprouts were the next one in rows, as well as radishes, and then finally rounding out the area with groupings of beets. A reading from The Art of Living by Epictetus. Be careful about the company you keep. Regardless of what others profess, they may not truly live by spiritual values. Be careful whom you associate with. It is human to imitate the habits of those with whom we interact. We inadvertently adopt their interests, their opinions, their values, and their habit of interpreting events. Though many people mean well, they can just the same have a deleterious influence on you because they are undisciplined about what is worthy and what isn't. Just because some people are nice to you doesn't mean you should spend time with them. Just because they seek you out and are interested in you or your affairs doesn't mean you should associate with them. Be selective about whom you take on as friends, colleagues, and neighbors. All of these people can affect your destiny. The world is full of agreeable and talented folk. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. But remember that our moral influence is a two-way street, and we should thus make sure by our own thoughts, words, and deeds to be a positive influence on those we deal with. The real test of personal excellence lies in the attention we give to the often neglected small details of our conduct. Regularly ask yourself, how are my thoughts, words, and deeds affecting my friends, my spouse, my neighbor, my child, my employer, my subordinates, my fellow citizens? Am I doing my part to contribute to the spiritual progress of all with whom I come in contact? Make it your business to draw out the best in others by being an exemplar yourself.